So the topic of today will be about persona and how you can utilize persona to enhance your business. So I will start this subject with one question. Okay, so I will start this sessions with one question. Who is the user? These questions will have come across when you were doing project, that you are designing something, you are creating something, and you are wondering about who is the customer. So you will be, either you have a proper descriptions of who is your customer, which is called the persona, or you don't have, and you may question your teams and ask who is the persona, who is the customer. So your team member will come up with different solutions. Or customer is somehow like this, or maybe somehow like that, or different solutions will pop up. But you'll agree with me that there will probably not be agreement about who is actually the customer. So things become very complex because your persona have different nationality, age, they have different level of education, social level, and way of thinking. So how can we address this diversity of user, of customer? Things become even more complex that when you are designing something, and if you want people to appreciate your services, appreciate your product, you need to target their motivations. People need to be interested about what you are offering, and they need to desire to utilize it. So now when you question those different people and you ask them about what are their dreams and aspirations, you will find many different things as well. So it's actually a never-ending circle, I will say, of understanding who is the user of your product and services. Now I will see the problem from the organization's perspective, that you have a large company, and when we try to understand who is the user across the company, we have different people that are in different departments and don't understand each other about who is the user. Someone came with the solutions, and this solutions was called universal design. That means that we will create one design which can be utilized by anyone in the country, anyone in the world in general. So this field of research become very important, where we try to analyze what are the common points between different users. And once we have those common points, we design something which corresponds to the needs of everyone. There is one problem here. Actually, the issue is this, that when you apply universal design, you will not be able to address specific people. I think you will agree, you don't want to be this. You don't want to be without identity, without personality. So universal designs has some limitations. This is what we need to address in any case. We need to address people's name, preference, taste, personality, whatever differentiates you from someone else. So let's try to find one solution to basically address the diversity of people. Universal designs is something which is going to work when it comes to standardize functional patterns, things that don't have this added value or cultural sensibility. But when you are trying to build your brand or you are trying to build a unique experience around your brand, then universal design will not work. So, because you need this. When we speak about your brand, we speak about your organizations. We want the wow, the cool, the like, something which is different. We see that this is not going to work. And instead of having different people, what we need is one person. But how can we find this person? Or to identify this person which is representing my group of customers? This is what we are going to do. We conduct something that we call the user research. So that means that we will be studying the group of users of your specific product or services. We have seen that in this group, there is too many people. So what we are trying to do is to understand what are the common points between that particular user groups. Once we have got those common points, and we will have got information according to some patterns like taste, personality, preference, we will be able to design a persona. So we cannot just have an open discussions and say, how is your persona, and just debate and get information like this. We have to go in the field. We have to speak to our customer. We have to make observations and understand the reality of those people. So we have three fields of research here. We have observations. That means that we will go and stay with the customer, click picture, observe what's going on, and we collect a lot of information about the customer. Secondly, we have the interview. That means that I will approach the customer and I will ask questions and try to find out what are the things that he needs, what are the things that could be different. And finally, we have some experiment. Yesterday we had a workshop. We do some experimentations to understand and capture this information from people. So, this is the process. We have, here I have like people choices in terms of environment, picture, whatever it is. I have some interview of people. I have choice in terms of color and thematics and design. And I have this framework, which is a framework of anthropology. That means we study the way people behave, things, what are the aspirations. And we are able to map those things. We have tools. I mean, it is not just about discussions. We have tools that help us to understand exactly what are the groups. So, back to our user group. We have made the common point between the different users, and we are able to identify one specific user which is representative of the group. So let's zoom, have one detail. You can see that at organization level, this particular person becomes the reference when we say who is the user. So here I've got one name, I've got one picture, I have his age, his job, what he likes, what he doesn't like, what are his aspirations. I will have asked him what is his preferred color, or I will have asked him to select. He will have selected something like this. When I show him some picture, he will have picked this. And he told me that he liked those brands. So, no, I got one full picture. I know who we are speaking about. And this is creating alignment within the organizations. One point which I want to insist is about what type of persona, why do you need a persona? Are you designing a persona to understand the reality of your customer, or you are designing a persona to understand the future reality of your persona, more in terms of marketing approach? So, I mean, it's quite obvious if I design your persona, you don't want to be kept down. I mean, everyone has some esteem for himself. So you don't want to be a persona like this, but probably you want to have someone, you want to associate yourself to a persona which is kind of exciting to you, envisioning for you. So that's the idea. So we have one persona for the reality, and we have a persona for the future reality. That's the idea. Okay, we are reaching the end of these presentations. The idea which I wanted to communicate to you is that all large companies have a very clear idea about who is their persona. And it absolutely doesn't matter to know that you are from a business, you are from governance, you are from a private or public organizations. Everyone has a type of persona which is serving. And you need to discover that particular persona and make it popular within your organizations in such a way that there is alignment. Okay, thank you. That's finished.